everyone, hope all are safe. The video that we are about to see is the continuation of Unit 3 Matter Around Us. Already I have uploaded 3 parts on it. If you have not watched, you can click the link in the description box to watch them. This video is about Term 1, Standard 6, Unit 3 Matter Around Us, Part 4. Topics to be discussed in the video are separation of mixtures, what is meant by separation, methods of separation. We already know what a mixture is. Mixture is the combination of different things that are not chemically bound. Yes. Can you give me some examples of mixtures? Salt water, lemon juice, muddy water, rice and stone. These are all the examples of mixtures. A simple example that we know is adding tea granules to hot water to make tea. You would have thought of many other things. Yes, mixtures are everywhere. Most of the food we eat is a combination of different things, that is a mixture. We discussed about the classification types of mixtures in the last videos. If you have not watched, you can click the link provided in the description box. We know many examples of mixtures. Are we using all the mixtures as it is? No. In some cases, we need to separate the components. So, all the mixtures are not used as they are. We need to separate the components for our needs. The materials which we are using in our day-to-day life are from different sources. Often we combine with other substances for various uses. So that is given in the second point. Materials we use in our day-to-day life are got from different sources and are often combined with other substances. So for example, coffee and ice cream need not to be separated, they are taken as such. We no need to separate in these cases. Mixtures like coffee and ice cream are taken as such. There is no need for separation in these cases. Metals occur in the form of ores under the Earth's crust. So, in the case of coffee and ice cream, it need not to be separated. They are taken as such. We no need to separate them. Even our lemon juice, milk, tea are not separated. They are taken as such. In the case of metals, they are not pure. They are in the form of ores. What are ores? You can see here in the picture. This is the picture of ore. So ore, it is the naturally occurring solid material from which a metal or a valuable mineral can be extracted. Simply, we can say it as a natural rock or sediment. But if we want to use a pure metal, we need to adopt a laborious process of extraction to separate the useful metal from the ore. So if we want to use pure metal, we need to adopt, that is, we need to take or use a difficult or hard process for removing the materials, okay, for removing the impurities and to separate the useful metal from the ore. So from this we understand that all the materials are not taken as such. we need to separate for certain reasons. Now let's see what is separation. Let's think that your mother is preparing delicious veg pulav and you don't like the green peas in them. What do you do while eating? You will pick out with your hands and separate the green peas, and you will be enjoying your veg pulav without green peas, isn't it? That's called as separation. The act or process of separating. The process by which the components, that is, the element or ingredients of the mixture, are isolated. That is, the act of separating something from the other thing, removed from each other to get a pure substance, is called separation. So let us see the proper definition for what is separation. The process by which the components of mixture are isolated and removed from each other to get pure substance is called separation. So here isolated is the act of separating something from the other things. You removed the green peas from the pulav, isn't it? So that is isolating. So that process, the process by which the components, the ingredients of the mixture are isolated and removed from them to get a pure substance, that is called as separation. To get the original properties and uses of the substance, we need separation. So for what we need separation? To get the original properties and uses of the substance. For that we need separation. So when and why do we need to separate mixtures? The first point, when we need to remove impurities or harmful components from the mixtures. Example, stones from rice. The first thing is to remove impurities or harmful components. Okay, so the example is stones from rice. Most of the time, the substances that we see around us are not in their pure form. They are basically a mixture of two or more substances. So let us consider the rice. So the rice which we buy, it is not pure. Sometimes it is mixed with some stones. So how you will be separating it and you will be getting a pure rice? We need to separate the stones. Usually you would have seen your mother picking up the stones from the rice, isn't it? So that is, we are removing the impurities or the harmful components from the mixtures. Can you think of one more example? Tea leaves are separated from tea, and the same way stones are separated from the pulse. When the useful component has to be separated from the other components. Example is petrol from petroleum. So first thing we saw, it is about removing the impurities. Second thing is to get a useful component from the mixture. So by removing the impurities to get a useful component, we do separation. The example for that is petrol from petroleum. Third point, when a substance has to be obtained in highly pure form. So the example is gold from gold mines. So why and when do we need to separate the mixtures? The first point, to remove the impurities or harmful components. Example, we saw stones from rice. Second point, to get a useful component. Example, we saw as petrol from petroleum. Third thing, to obtain in highly pure form. Example, we saw gold from gold mines. The choice of method of separation depends upon the properties of the components of the mixture. So, the separation depends upon the properties of the components of the mixture. That is, the separation method may be based on the particle's size, shape, or physical state. That is, they may be solids, liquids, or gases. So, the separation method is based on the particle size, shape, and physical state. We have methods of separation. So we have different methods of separation. We are going to discuss the methods of separation that are given in the book. So the first method of separation is threshing, second one sieving, third one churning, fourth one magnetic separation, fifth one filtration, sixth one hand picking, seventh one sedimentation, eighth one decantation, ninth one winnowing. So these are the different methods of separation. So we will be learning in detail about the methods of separation in the next video. Summary of the video. We discussed about the separation of mixtures with examples. Then we discussed what is separation. Then we discussed about why do we need to separate the mixtures. Finally, we learnt about the different methods of separation. We learnt only the names of separation. In the next video, we will be learning in detail about the methods of separation. So this is to be continued. Hope all have understood. If you like the video, please do share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.